Well, that was 6 years later.
Local recording artists urge City Council to save a local piece of music history, King Records. Good evening, everyone. Cincinnati city leaders are ready to use a hammer to stop the wrecking ball, a legal hammer, that is.
Yeah, members of the council's budget committee today okayed using eminent domain, if that's what it takes, to block the owner of the now vacant King's Record studio from tearing it down. Local 12's Jeff Hurst joins us live from the site in Evanston to explain what city council members are hoping to accomplish. Jeff?
Well, good evening. The building behind me is definitely in hurting shape. In fact, I was here last week doing a story about this, and I think that graffiti is new. I don't think it was here last week. But once this was the vibrant home of music. The building's owner has requested a demolition permit. A hearing is set for January 30th. City Council is trying to head that off and save the building. This was not your typical City Hall meeting.
Whisper a little prayer for me.
A young musician, Tayshawn Colquit, urged City Council in song to save the King Records building in Evanston from demolition.
And let's tell all the stars above. And that right there, the Royals created here in Cincinnati, our Motown.
King Records was Motown before Motown, Nashville before Nashville, and integrated by choice before integration became the law.
King Records had an aura of togetherness, and that's what that drove me to do my best to record for over 350 recordings for King Records.
King was America's first integrated recording label, turning out pop, R&B, country, rock and roll, and funk from the mid-40s through the early 70s. The building's current owner wants to tear it down. Some music legends say don't. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame member Bootsy Collins called King the soul of Cincinnati.
We have an opportunity here to not just save a building, but to save a historical piece of our identity.
Council's Budget Committee unanimously approved using eminent domain if the building's owner continues to refuse to sell to the city. Otis Williams, whose 1954 hit Hearts of Stone was King's first million seller, said King is known worldwide.
Paul McCartney was in town a couple of months ago. He wanted to see Philip, Paul, and myself. That's all he wanted to talk to. That's the only. Now that tells you something. He said, "Man, we did all your stuff."
After the yes vote, council members posed with the musicians, thinking about what Otis Williams just told them.
This is your legacy. It is your legacy, not only the artist, but it is your legacy, Cincinnati.
Full City Council still needs to vote on the measure, which passed the committee, but the 8-0 committee vote means it will be approved by council on Thursday because there's only 9 members of council, and 8 of them indicated today that they will vote for passage. They voted out of committee favorably today. Now, eminent domain is where the city, or the buyer, in this case the city, would set what's known as a fair market value and pay it to the owner and take the building. Of course, the owner can fight that in court, so this could be a very lengthy process if indeed it does come to eminent domain. The owner of the building has told Local 12 News that the building is in terrible shape and it'll be way too expensive to try to fix it. Live in Evanston, Jeff Hirsch, Local 12 News, back to you.
Jeff, thank you. If the city does end up buying the building, Mayor John Cranley says that private money would be used to turn the facility into a museum and recording studio. Cranley estimates the rehab would cost about $1 to $2 million.
A local